Let's talk about 0 to Omega. I've been for a few weeks. I've been running a 0 to Omega challenge, and that means that I took a fresh account with about 60 to 70 million ISK in starting capital that I gathered just from running the career missions, and I tried to. In the past month, I've tried to maximize the profit that I can make on this alpha account by station trading. That means that I'm only station trading, I'm not doing any other activities, and I only log in once a day, and I spend a maximum of 30 minutes on this account, right? Because I want to see if you can do this on the side and what happens. I did the same thing a couple of years ago. And there, the first month, I took the account to 1 billion. This time, as you can see by the number right there, I took the account from 0 to 745 million in the first 31 days. Also have more viewers now than I did 2 years ago. So I do have more competition, and I'm very open in the items that are profitable, etc., etc. So it is more difficult, but also now obviously you need a lot more ISK to go Omega because the Plex price is so much more expensive now. So I think it's completely impossible to run to go 0 to Omega by just station trading in a month. There's no way. You need 2 or 3 months to do that. That's one finding. And two, so I don't know like what this can do. So lesson learned is if you've enjoyed running this for 3 to 4 weeks, and if you like it, then there's nothing against continuing to do this, right? Because the alternative that you have is you go Omega, right? As soon as you can. But as soon as you're Omega, you need to subtract, 2 billion from your, what it costs every month to fund it from your profits, right? And so that puts pressure on you to do more. And it's, don't get me wrong, it's, of course, you're going to make a lot more money if you go Omega because your taxes and fees go down by at least 50%, and on top of that you move away from having a 17 order limit per character to basically having unlimited orders, and that makes a lot of difference. But if you're Omega station trading, it immediately becomes more a big job. You immediately you feel like you have an obligation to trade because you're putting an Omega subscription into it, etc., etc., etc. However, I'm not going to tell you how to play your game. You decide for yourself. All I'm saying is that it is a nice side hustle, right? Because what I could do now is I could continue this Omega account challenge with these 800 million, and even if it's just a linear increase here, we're making what 20 30 million a day. You could very well fund your faction warfare shenanigans with this type of challenge, only if it's fun though. If you don't have a fun, then this is not worth it. There's other ways of doing of making money in this game. How much more do you think you would have gotten if your starting capital was not as limited? Well, starting capital is, of course you make more if you have more, of course. But then again, you're paying 10% taxes on every trade, and so this hurts. You're spending a lot on, you're losing just a lot on taxes and fees. So the more you put in here, the more you also just lose money into nothing. So it would have made a difference, but it wouldn't made a huge difference. And that wasn't the point really of my challenge here. Can you get people to stop dumping MAA cerebral accelerators so early? Stop being impatient? Yeah. Yeah, those still have a while to climb. You're right. How does station trading compare to nullsec seeding? Oh, it's something completely different, right? Station trading, you're basically capitalizing either on margins or on commodity prices going up and down. If you're seeding nullsec markets, it's a logistical challenge, right? Your challenge is completely different. It's more like, do you understand which items need to be seeded? How do you get them from A to B? How do you structure your supply chain? So I think one basically has almost nothing to do with the other. If you're interested in that, though, there's an interview out there that I did with Croda. Just go to youtube.com/OzEve and look for the Croda interview, CRODA. And, we talk about that. Okay, so this is where we're at. The big change to last week. So if you remember, last week we had Dodixie number 1, Amar number 2, and Jita was number 3. And since then, Jita just struck back with a vengeance, right? So what I assumed all along is that Jita is the best place to do this, but the numbers weren't proving that. Now it's shown that when you have larger events like you have right now with the Mosaic thing going on and the Skillers and the Abyss thing going on, everyone and their mother is buying low-level abyssal stuff, abyssal filaments. And I was trading a lot in abyssal filaments. So if we're looking at something like, let me just see here. We're going to go here. So if you look at where I made money, right? You can see the Calm electrical filament made 100 million just this week. So it's basically all of this. That's those are all that's 170 million that I just made out of my that's increasing my money by like 20%. Just through those filaments. And so you have to get lucky, but also those things are amplified in Jita, and so that's why in the long run Jita does make sense. And now Jita is the runaway number 1 in this challenge right now. What do you say is the biggest challenge alpha characters face? The biggest challenge is the limit to 17 orders. Closely followed by 10% taxes and fees. So, I mean, it's very difficult to make a profit when you have insanely high fees. So, that's just it. But those two things are the big challenge. Everything else is you can overcome, but those two things are just they really hurt. I'd advise play alpha for a few months, buy something like 3 months with real money, do trading, then for further omega. Well, I mean, everyone values real money differently, so I don't really share that view, but that's a totally fair assessment, Oda Abba, for sure. Stop scalping me on tier 1 electricals. I run those for fun. I don't scalp. I just play the market, man. There's other people are buying these up. Interesting, makes sense. The more money you get, the more Jita share increases. Yes, Yogi, for sure. That's a good way of putting it. But yeah, so you can see that it's basically filaments. We made a big jump this week. So you can see, we started at 70 million, we ended up at 700 million. This is already subtracting the future sales tax, so that's why it's a little bit lower. If you look at GIF assets, I'm at around 750 million. So we're gonna jump into Jita real quick and see what the character will do there. We'll do just a few quick trades and then we'll wrap it up for today. Hold on. I'm just pulling up the account. I've been buying those filaments for ages. Finally, it's time for some cash. Yeah. I mean, the thing about those tier 0 and tier 1 filaments is that they they're really, really, really cheap. Like they are, you can sometimes you can buy, a batch for them for like 10,000 a piece, and then when something like this happens, the price will rise tenfold because a lot of people want to run them that typically never run them, and so, this is just what happens. Let's see here. There we go. So this is why I call this account Badger. Talked about that last week. But we're gonna go check out this character in Jita. Yeah, and Johnny Pugh, that's the reason. These are a lot of people just sell them, just get them from loot and then sell them, and that's why these are so great for this alpha challenge. So a few things. First of all, there's this character. It's Saturday evening, right? And so this 0 to Plex character has a wallet balance of 128 million. That is huge, okay? And we need to change that immediately. How did I fit my badger? I fit my badger the only way you fit a badger. This is the only badger fit there is, right? Snake. I don't give a flying F about the fit on my badger. So if we're looking at the order, so this is the Jita character, right? So the on the alpha challenge, this character puts buy orders in perimeter and sell orders in Jita, as you should, right? And you can see out of the 17 orders, right here we have seven left. We have some buy orders still active and some sell orders still active. We're in Jita right now because every weekend I fly to Jita to update sell orders that haven't updated, because on the weekends that's where the magic happens, right? So there's some let me make this a bit smaller. There's some sell orders here that we need to update, but you can see here, calm exotic filaments. I sold like 500 of these over the course of this week. And if we look at the wallet, let's see, you can actually so I was buying these the whole time for like 30, 37, and we were buying, larger amounts here, 60,000 we're buying for 27 million, and then just selling for 82 in large volumes the last week or so. And this adds up for an alpha challenge. This really quickly adds up. So we can't change buy orders here because we're in Jita, we're not in perimeter. So all we can do is change the sell orders. But actually, what we are going to do on these, do we have any? We have some more open there, but that doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm clicking around because this resolution is strange. So at this point in time, I'm just trying to liquidate these orders to kind of free up that order space for new stuff, right? And so we're just updating, putting these back on the pile, back at the bottom of the pile, to make sure that that we free them up. And for some of these, that actually means that in the end, you're going to make less than you were before, but that's okay. It's more important to keep the ISK flowing than to than to dwell on the fact that, you know, maybe some prices dropped and you might not be making as much as you were. That's in that point, unless the price is coming back up and you know it's coming back up, it's a sunk cost that you don't want to think about. J75, congrats on that raffle win, man. Make sure you send me a message on Discord or on Twitch, and I'll send you a skin code. Oh yeah, let's start a new raffle. Hold on. Yeah. There you go. And so I can't update the buy orders from here, but we can look at the inventory and see if there's anything in the inventory that we need to liquidate, right? And you can see here I have a lot of these Cray Velis filaments that I'm already selling, but because it's the weekend, you know, I'm actually going to. I should have probably just canceled that one, but I'm going to put them all out there. All right, at the same price. I actually look. I'm already underbidding myself. That's how late in the day it is. But you know, I'm putting all of these out there because I am still hopeful that they will liquidate this weekend, and it's important for said reasons that we liquidate them. We then also have these Arbalest compact light missile launchers here for 39. Now 39 is not a good price, and the price is probably rising. But still, I'm buying at 30, selling at 40, so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna sell anyway. 39, 320. Oh. Oh Jesus. Yeah, but I don't have time for the price to go back there, derivatives. So I would if I were normally station trading, but on this challenge I want to have the high turnover, so I don't wait on things, right? We then have the COM electrical filaments, and we are going to sell those as well for 88.89. Okay. And then this is the only other thing that we could sell, but all right, let's put this up there as well. 528.9. And so what we did here now is we updated all sell orders. We put up everything for sale that we had an inventory in Jita. And now we can fly over to perimeter and update buy orders and make sure we take these 120 million, put some buy orders out there. So we're leaving the station. Try to shoot me. I'm leaving. I have no undock, and we're flying to perimeter. A very dangerous jump. And while we jump over there, I'm quickly grabbing a beer. Give me 1 second. Now watch all the Germans go, that's not beer. At least I have my trusty Brave bottle opener. And no, I am not I'm not affiliated with Brave in any way. This only has 1% alcohol, and so guys, I was just sitting here on the perimeter gate. Nobody wants to shoot me today. In an unfit badger. Unfit badger. Unfit badger. General, you can't you cannot You cannot get a rise out of me for that, man. I really don't care. Welcome to Brave. Yeah, I got this from Dunk Dinkle, actually, at FanFest. We exchanged gifts. Okay, so now we're in perimeter, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna update our buy orders, see if we still want to be in this business. We're gonna delete this order because it's already run its course pretty much. Calm Exotics. Question is, do we want to? All right, we'll ping you if you win the raffle, dude. Do we want to be in this? Sure, why the hell not? 63, 620. At some point, we're going to be caught with our pants down on this filament journey, because the skilling of the abyss is going to end, right? And so everyone's going to dump their filaments back onto the market, and the prices are going to crash. So these right here, this margin's getting quite small, so I'm gonna get out of these. And then these are fine. We're gonna go update this. And Tranquil Electricals, that margin is getting awfully small. I don't want to be in there. So now we have 5 open orders left. And we have way too much ISK. We have 150 million. So we got to find some new items to invest in, all right? If we look at, large trades that are happening, so Calm Electricals for sure, we could trade in there. Although, as I said, it's getting more and more risky. What we can do, let's go over here. And I'm going to just take the 10 or so most profitable items from last week. And I'm going to take them over here. And I'm going to see where we've been making money. Yes, Calm Exotics as well. Kind of wary there. On these Podgevent filaments, I wonder if they are selling again, which is nice. It's really nice that they're selling, because the margin is quite good. So I'm going to place a buy order for these right here, because I like the margin, and they have been selling well. And the current price is quite low, so I like this. And so 68, 550. Let's buy 300 of them, because the daily trade volume on them is high enough to support this. And so there's my buy order. Please don't outbid me. Is there a way to find out how much of an item is being traded in a region using Adam for Eve? Yes. Yes, I believe so. We can have a look in a second. But I'm sure somebody in chat can also answer that. Not when it's down. It's quite different. Quite difficult when it's down. All right, compact multispectrum. I still like these a lot. I like trading in these. It's very consistent, high volume item. It's good for 0 to Omega challenge. It's got a almost a 40% margin on it. Kind of like it. So we're gonna continue trading in this. Also 200. Sure, let's do that. Compact MWDs. Yeah, we've had those on this challenge as well. All of those are quite good. The fierce filaments, interesting. Very interesting because they dropped down and then they, because of the challenge, they went back up. So I actually think that buying these at 1.6 is not a bad idea. I'm actually going to jump in on these. We're going to do 1.631 and we're going to buy 20 of them. Five minutes left on the raffle. The fierce gammas are just out of control. They're too expensive, so I'm not going to risk that. These I like, but the margin is gone. These are not interesting. And Jita, these are shit. Oh no, the Tranquil Darks, 57. This is interesting. These are going to be good for a few more days. The margin is really good on the Tranquil Darks. 57 to 80 is great. Here the margin's gone and they're too expensive. Okay. How about Isogen? No. This is an alpha challenge. But what do we have? What do we have? If we have 3 orders left and 76 million, so let's jump on Adam for Eve. Let's do that. I hope they're not down. Let's see. There we go. Not down. All right. This is the margin finder that I use to find new items for the 0 to Omega challenge. And so this is Jita perimeter. This is 24 trades, so at least 1 trade per hour. The daily trade volume 100 million. We don't need that. We're gonna make this 50. And then we're going to put these at 0.2 to 5. There's some videos out there where I explain what they are, but basically this ensures that there's a halfway good balance between buy orders and sell orders being fulfilled. What I meant was the page that used to have the trade info per region now has nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because the history is gone. So neurotoxin recovery. What is this? This is the skill? This shows the competition, and you can see that this competition is insane on some of these items. Right? Is there a benefit to using a personal spreadsheet for finding good trades versus Adam for Eve? Of course there is. You know, in your personal spreadsheet, like, you know, on my spreadsheets, I make things exactly the way I like them. I can, you know, on Adam for Eve, there's a lot of things that you can't do on Adam for Eve, right? Like, for example, I have my own queries that show the biggest winners and losers of the week, right? I can query my own item database in terms of, show me items that are trading below 52-week average but above 52-week volume, and that have a manufacturing cost 10% below current price or something like that. And Adam for Eve can't do that, and so there's a huge advantage to doing your own spreadsheets. For my own personal trading, I never use Adam for Eve. Don't we all run the spreadsheets without errors? Well, right now they're basically unusable because of the market history being gone. I'm gonna look at this item though here. I like this item because the competition is somewhat smaller. Why is the market history gone? Because the API that was housing it is down. This is awesome. Okay. It will be back? I hope so, man. CCP has not answered that question. And we were hoping for the Excel add-in to kind of take care of that, but it didn't. Competition is still very high on these, though. Is there something smaller? Is there something smaller? It's so insane. The Machinista, didn't you already win one, dude? Out of 53 entries. Jesus. Okay, we'll try this. Why are some numbers red, green, and yellow? So the reason why, for example, if you look at the competition, a red number in competition means it's very, very high, the competition. So 24 people have updated a buy order in the last 24 hours. This is very, very heavy competition. And this usually these numbers aren't that high. So this is there's a lot of people trading right now. There's a lot of people trading in EVE Online compared to last year. Year over year, we're actually there's the trade volume right now is 20% higher than February a year ago. So this is pretty. It's a pretty good sign for EVE Online, but it makes it difficult to trade in it. It's my fault. Probably. Yeah, it is people color. The existence of market bots that do everything automatically is grossly overstated by some people. All right, grossly overstated, and I will debate you on this any day of the week. Market bots are not the problem that people make it out to be. No way. If that's what you meant by people. Okay. I get sick of people saying, saying market bots when, like, I've been doing this for a long time and there's very little indication that there's a big market bot program going on. All right, no worries. Let's see. How about the initiated warp scrambler? That's kind of good. Good spread. But it's, yeah, but see, like this is not a very healthy looking graph though. Lots of like buyouts and then drop again, buyouts, drop again. Right now it's just been, the price has been pushed up again, so I don't trust it. I don't really like it. So we're gonna pick this home 5 Pochven item as the item we're going to invest in. And I'm going to dump, let's say, 16 million into it. There we go. When it was 0.01 ISK with no fees, it was like maybe, yeah, it's true. Nowadays, it's not really that worth it anymore. But it used to be. I mean, trading in EVE Online used to be just brute force, like boring 0.01 ISKing. But now it's gotten a lot better with the new fee structure that we have. Anyway, I'm going to leave it be for today with the 02 Omega, just because we're coming up on 2 hours and I gotta go to bed.